Hi guys, so welcome back to the channel. Now I know I did promise you a colourful makeup look, but I've recently seen this little hack on TikTok. I wanted to try this out first, and then next week I'm going to do a little video doing a few colourful eyes, so it's not just like the one look. I thought that would be a bit more fun for you. So I just went ahead and did my eyes off camera just because I wanted this video to focus on more of the face. This is also going to be an updated makeup routine because since last year, of course, I've changed my products and my techniques, etc. And these are the lashes I'm using. It is the Doll Beauty Lash in shade Jasmine. So yeah, I'm not going to ramble on for too long because I know what you're dying to see if this hack is worth the hype, as am I. So let's just get on with it. Step one is to moisturise. Now my face is so dry, I don't even know if you can see. Also look at this big monster spot. It's like one of these spots I thought was going to become a big massive spot, and then it never. It just kind of did nothing. So today I'm going to be using the Garnier Moisture Bomb. Look at the colour. And it smells delicious. I don't ever moisturise my face, but I guess today is a new day. I actually need it, to be fair. I'm just using this little Real Techniques brush. I'm just gonna put this on. It smells so good. So I'm just gonna let that dry, and in the meantime I'll just apply some Carmex. Not that I need any more, but you know how it is. When the moisturiser all dries in, step number 2 is to dab some translucent powder all over your face. Now I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star one, of course. I just love the packaging for this. And it says that you've not to do too much of it. Just using my little beauty base sponge. Oh, this smells so good. I'm just going to dust away the bits that are kind of sticking to my face because my dry skin patches. I love this brush for dusting away the baking powder. It is the Morphe R1 brush. Step number 3 is to spray some setting spray all over your face. I'm just using the Gerard Cosmetics. Oh wait, I hold my fringe back, I don't even have one. This is in the scent Cucumber, and it's such a dream. Oh, might have ripped it slightly. What are they soaking? Then the next step is when the setting spray is dry, you apply your primer, just as normal obviously. I'm just using the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I love this, it smells so good, it's coconut vibes. I like a tacky primer as well, and this one's really good because it's really hydrating, and I have dry skin, so it really helps me with that. Okay, so I'm just going to let my primer dry now. So my primer is all dry, well it's mostly dry, but I kind of like it to be a little bit tacky. So step number 5 is apply foundation and see what happens. Oh, I'm excited. So I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty foundation in the shade Amaretti. This is usually the shade I use if I've like got a wee tan from sunbeds, but it's not like my night out shade. My night out shade would be the Colour Up, which is Tres Leches, I'm sure. I'm going to be using my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I'm sure it says like 2 pumps does your whole face, and it's so true. I feel like with this makeup hack, you won't really be able to notice until the very end. But so far, my makeup's looking really glowy. I look like the mask right now. I'm going to apply a little bit just to my neck. So for concealer today, I'm going to be mixing all of the ones I have because I'm actually running really low. So this is the Jeffree Star one, and it's in the shade C14. Light Neutral by Tarte. That is my all-time favourite concealer. I just love concealer so much. Usually I would put this like all over my face and blend, but because I'm running low, I need to blend it as soon as I can because I can't waste any product or time. Money is time, people. Maybe I would have some concealer if I didn't use it all on my big fat face. Never thought about that, did I? But Tarte's only £21, and I swear it is so unbelievably good. Like, the formula is just like butter, it absolutely melts on your skin. Now my face is a wee bit dry. I don't know if you can notice that. I don't know if it's because of the hack or because my face was really dry. I'm going to spray some of this Mario Badescu water on it because I don't want to blame it on the hack just yet, in case it's just my shite skin. So I'm just going over some wee dry bits with my sponge, but we're going to be optimistic. By the end of the video my makeup will be stunning. We're back on the road, people. I'm just going to set my full face with Stay Matte by Rimmel. Only £3. Get involved. And remember, you have to set wherever you put like a liquid. So obviously we put foundation on our neck, so that means we have to set it so that it doesn't rub off. Now time for bronzer. I'm going to be using my OG Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer in the shade Tantric. See how that just melts perfectly? I just like to bloody plaster it on up there. And then what I do is I take my Stay Matte brush and blend the two together. Blend up, up, up. Same here, down, but down, 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 down. Now we go back to our translucent powder. I'm not going to use a beauty sponge, I'm just going to use my big brush. Now I don't really like to bake, I just like to press it into the skin. Now because we just had translucent powder, the bronzer that was already there might have faded a little. That's just my excuse to put more bronzer on. But I like to use the Doll Beauty Give Me Some bronzer. I think you stole that name, babe. And the brush I like to use is also a bit more fluffy. It's still dense, but it's not as dense as that. Because see, if you use this brush with that bronzer, it will just be a big line because it's so pigmented. So yeah, you just have to use a brush that's like light, if you know what I mean. Kind of brings a little bit more life back to the face. So now we're just going to do nose contour, and I'm just using the Marc Jacobs one because it's more soft. The thing is with nose contour, sometimes foundation doesn't stick to my nose. You just kind of press it in. That way it doesn't really come off the same way it would if you were rubbing. Because when you rub, you're just kind of like rubbing all the foundation under it. So I just like to use this little brow gel by Benefit, and I'm going to brush my brows up like this. I recently got my brows laminated by a girl called Tia Mauve, and she actually did such an amazing job. They are stunning. So yeah, I would definitely recommend her if you are looking to get fluffy brows like mine. So once I'm waiting on my brows drying, I'm just going to take some white eyeliner. White liner changes everything, I swear, it's stunning. And to fill in the brows, I'm going to be using this little brow duo by Anastasia. It's just a wee powder. So I like to take the lighter shade, and that's what I use for the front of the brows. Add a little bit of colour, but not too dark. And then I use the darker shade, of course, to go in at this side. It doesn't have to be perfect, of course, because you're literally just adding a bit more colour, because obviously the gel, I know the gel's clear, but it kind of dims the colour of your brows a bit. And I like to follow the direction that the hairs are going in so that it looks the most natural. That is literally it, takes 2 seconds. So yeah, literally just draw a wee line. And then all I do is tidy this up. So a wee hack in how to blend this line into your eyeshadow is to go like this. Always up the way. Okay, that absolutely did just take off quite a wee bit. So all you do is this. I'm just going to quickly do my under eye, and then I'll be right back for the best part. I'm going to be using Becca Champagne Pop for highlighter. I opened that like a golden ball there. This is genuinely the best highlighter in the whole land. So I'm just getting my setting spray. I always spray my setting spray before I do my highlighter so that it pops more, you know. I'm going to be using my Morphe M510 brush, you already know. Let's go. And you ready? Oh my god. I feel like NASA can genuinely see me right now. or they can genuinely see their reflection, who knows. That is unbelievable. I swear, if you don't spray your setting spray before your highlighter, you're doing it wrong, sis. Well, that is if you like a big blinding highlighter like me. Inner corner. Such a good highlighter. Okay, so I'm just gonna go and put mascara on my bottom lashes off camera and I'll be right back. I'm just gonna head and apply my lip liner, which is stripped down by MAC. Okay, so lips are lined. I'm going to be going in with a new lip and it is Huda Beauty. So this is our liquid lip in the shade Sugar Mama. The scent is so good. And then I just like to dab to draw it into the lip liner. And of course we can't forget gloss. This is Jeffree's gloss in the shade Control Freak. So let's do a wee close up then, shall we? I don't know if I actually see the biggest difference. I don't know if I would say that I would do this every single time I do my makeup. It was a bit of pain, like having to wait around for things to dry, etc. However, I will start using moisturiser more often because my skin does look a lot more glowy and not as dry as usual. So that's a good thing. Rate my makeup out of 10.
8.5.
Why?
Because you look good.
Well, I don't think an 8.5 is good, but okay, it's mediocre, that's what it is.
No, I mean I've seen it better.
Oh! So you don't think it looks that different?
I think it looks different, but I think...
Yes, honey? I think we'll have to go outside and then get the final verdict. I feel like my highlighter is definitely popping. What I will say is, see step number 2, when you put the translucent powder on, I feel like that really dried out my face from the get-go. And then when I put my primer on, it just didn't really mix well. However, using the moisturiser before I did like my primer was definitely a help. What I'm going to say is, moving forward, I will be using moisturiser before my makeup because that is what I should be doing. And I don't think I'd do the translucent powder step unless my skin was in like a good state, like it wasn't really dry like it was today. So my verdict is, for this makeup pack, overall it was a success and it just didn't really work for me because of my skin type, but I would definitely recommend it to anyone who's willing to try it, yeah. So guys, that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching me play with some makeup and try out this hack for you, and I will be sure to get that colourful video done and posted for next week. Peace out.